it was so intense, but I couldn't quit watching it.
Hi everybody, I'm Chad. I'm here with my grandma and my mom again. And so that means we are back for a drama review. Before we start this drama review, we have a sponsor for this video that I want to let our viewers know about, which is Cake. It's an English learning app. And basically they can get onto this app and they can study YouTube videos like mine, expressions, phrases, and helps them learn English 100% free. So if you guys are interested, check it out. I'll put a download in the description box below. As you guys know, we watch Signal, and you guys have been waiting a long time. We really appreciate your patience. We all live in different places, so it's hard to find a time we can all get together and film.
We got to Grandma's house.
And we made it to Grandma's house.
First filming here.
First filming at Grandma's house. So you guys have been waiting a long time, so we're gonna jump right into it. Signal, we finished today.
We finished today, and wow.
Yeah.
What a finish, huh?
I just want to say that it was so intense, but I couldn't quit watching it.
I don't know how she was watching it, like, alone.
Yeah.
It's good when we're all together.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
But I get so involved with the characters and what they're going to do. And I like them all for the part that they play.
Obviously, if we're talking about this, there's going to be some spoilers. So
Beware.
if you haven't seen it yet, we're going to talk about things that happen.
Need to be careful.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, when the little girl steps out, I mean, she just captured my heart.
I know.
Those great big eyes.
I didn't think I was going to be able to watch it almost after that first one.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought, you know what, I'm not into crime, drama, mystery, thrillers, and I thought we were going to have to do 16 episodes of that.
I did too.
Yeah. So I think that was one thing that was interesting for me, at least, is that when we watched the preview and we were coming to this, I thought it was going to be 16 episodes finding the killer.
I did too.
Right? I thought it was going to be based on this one story.
Yeah.
But I think what was really cool is that they resolve that story and then they keep going. Right?
Well, and it was good they did resolve it, because I probably couldn't have kept going
Right.
in
That
regards to the little girl.
They not only resolved it, they made you want to see what was coming in the next, and that was the one thing that I found too. This continuous flow from episode to episode, instead of being just a separate story, here's a crime story, here's a crime story, they just all connected in this like fantastic ways. The emotion, the humor,
Yep.
the suspense. Again, I just can't imagine that I would like any kind of a crime thriller, but I was hooked.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, I think they did a good job with all those elements that you mentioned. Especially, I think it's really hard to include humor in something as serious
So
as
hard.
this.
Yeah, but they
Rare.
did it.
It's
Yeah.
rare. Good writing.
And it gave you a moment that maybe you could
Relief.
laugh or chuckle
Yeah.
a little. Or
The emotional side of it, they had kind of the love line, but it wasn't too strong.
Right. Just enough to keep
But it was
interest.
enough. Like it was a
sweet.
good amount.
Detective Cha was just this incredible heroine, and I love seeing both sides of her. Really impressive, and to see her growth.
Yeah.
And to see how she changed. You loved her in the 90s, her sweetness and her innocence, and but then she had a lot of strength.
Yeah, she's a really strong
And
character.
she's a really strong character and a leader.
All their characters were really strong, which I think that's something maybe we're not as used to for TV shows in the
Oh,
US,
absolutely.
is how much they invest into these TV shows and the strength of characters, the quality of actors and
The
actresses.
actors and actresses really
Impressive.
invest themselves into that person. You can tell that they do. I just knew from the beginning that he
like
was
him.
evil.
Yeah, you can tell.
I just knew
Yeah, you can
he
tell.
was.
And how about those secondary actors? That secondary character where he's kind of good guy, bad guy. When he kills him, and then, but he, then later it comes out that he's kind of given this choice that it's either this act of killing or his daughter.
Yeah, it's either he's gonna kill Detective Lee,
Yes.
or he's gonna let his daughter die, basically,
So
because he's
he
not
meant-
gonna be able to pay the hospital bills.
the humanity of it, you know, comes out even in the bad guys, and that you just have a little more compassion. They did a great job of bringing out like that connection with every single character.
Yes, they did.
Favorite characters? Oh man, I really like Detective Lee.
He's your favorite?
Yep, I think he's just the classic good guy, the good cop.
Little good guy.
He just wants to do the right thing, wants to change the past, and he has that. We talked about this right before we started filming. That motivational kind of quote where he's like, if you don't give up, everything will work out.
Yep.
And I really like that, and I think he really believed that.
Yeah, perfect
Well,
message.
obviously, he lived that.
Yeah.
He lived that.
Put his life on the line all the time for it. And yeah, he's this big kind of almost, I don't want to say goofy, but sometimes this teddy bear that just seems so endearing. I have to say that from the get-go, I was just really drawn into Lieutenant Park.
Yeah.
I loved him. He was fun.
Yeah.
Just from the get-go. I just liked him. And then of course going back and forth in time, you're kind of bonding with this little boy.
Yeah.
That you, from the get-go, you love that little boy. And your heart goes out to him. And so he had my heart the whole time.
And I loved him too, and I loved, as it progressed, finding out more about his background, his life, which influenced the kind of character that he was.
Definitely.
When he came out of the house following Detective Lee and kind of chased him down to this little boy to say thank you, and it was this genuine, kind, heartfelt, that made a connection with them. Of course, the whole thing is about their connection as well. To see it again as a little boy and an adult, and just how incredible that was, and how sweet. That's pretty powerful.
That was
gratitude
cool.
right there.
Well, and there were so many things going on in his life that were so challenging, yet he could do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank him.
Great character. I loved him. So he's my favorite.
Okay.
That's why.
What if I said all of them?
I knew she was going to say that. She cannot play favorites.
It really is hard for me. If I did have to narrow it down, maybe it would be Kim's mother.
Oh.
For 15 years, she stood.
Yeah.
So sweet. I know. And painful.
Yeah. You could tell exactly how she felt. You started feeling that way as well.
My favorite thing, I think, that drew me into the show, though, there's just something about where you have parallel universes.
Yeah, that was cool.
That they did an excellent job of
going back and
forth and in different episodes.
So, of course, the ending is very open-ended and a little bit surprising, because you think Detective Lee's gone. He's been missing for 15 years. You don't think you're going to see him again. You think he's fixed the situation and left. But then you come to find out he's alive. Kind of the last scene leaves it very open-ended. I know there's been rumors of season 2 for Signal, which would be super cool.
I love it.
So they'll kind of help us wrap it up even more.
Maybe. Yeah, I know there's been rumors, but I'm sure it's still in progress.
Well, it would be an easy story to take off on again.
Yeah.
So I don't know that they could have ended it any differently.
Yeah, I thought that was good. I don't know. I like when they have an ending that's kind of a little bit open-ended, so it lets your imagination still run with it.
I was gonna say, do you think that that kind of ending is desirable, and that you can do what you want with it and make it what you want?
Absolutely.
It was shocking, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a hard end. I wouldn't say it's completely a cliffhanger or open-ended, but
well, I just felt the suspense building up in me and building up and building up, and I didn't think I was going to be able to contain it.
Yeah.
But then you know what you said? You said, "Oh, they're both really peaceful."
I did.
And that's one of the...
Yes, when they were in the car.
They're just going to end it here.
When they were in the car.
They're peaceful.
Yes.
They're happy with what they've learned, and they're
relaxed for the first time in all the episodes.
In all the series. The very end.
Right.
It was intense. I mean, the whole thing was intense.
It was great.
And I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah.
I know.
And again.
And I've been telling everybody about it already.
Yeah.
I've already been texting people saying, "You have to watch this. I'll
Yeah.
watch it with you again.
I think Dad started it tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He was texting to get the
Sterling.
info on how to watch it. He loves like murder
This
mysteries.
is totally his.
Yeah, this is. We should have had him watch it in the beginning,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he would have watched it all in 2
Oh,
days.
I would like to watch
Yeah,
it
he
with
would.
him and hear his comments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm sure he'll be addicted to it before
Okay.
the night is over.
There has to be a bunch of addicts out there that are obviously loved this, right?
Yeah.
It was a big one.
That was a big hit.
It had to have been.
Yeah. So one other thing I wanted to talk about is kind of how this is different from American TV shows. Even though there was kind of a new story every couple episodes or like a new thing they were trying to solve, the story was all connected
tied
as
it
one,
together beautifully.
right? And if you watch crime shows
Right.
in the US, every episode's completely different. It's
Yeah.
the same characters.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's not all connected.
But
Which
they
then sometimes
don't.
gets a little predictable.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They don't have that
Depth.
storyline that draws me in.
You can just watch a new episode anytime you want. You don't have to consistently watch it. But with this show, I felt like you need to stay in tune.
Which is pretty
To,
compelled.
yeah, and you want to, right? Because the storyline's so compelling, and
Yeah.
we want to know what
Draws you in.
a little more about the characters.
I really couldn't predict anything as we moved along.
Yeah, I think it was a hard show to predict. Not predictable at all.
No.
Yeah,
Right.
So that's one of their secrets.
Well, that's
Yeah.
one of the
The
things that draws you
Koreans.
back
Yeah.
is you're thinking,
Yeah.
oh, who's gonna be, what's it gonna be next? And I will be surprised. You just know you will be.
I feel like this was different than a lot of Korean dramas too.
Oh, yeah.
And Grandma would know best because she's
Grandma
seen the
would know.
most Korean
Yeah.
dramas.
Well, I've watched a few, but this one was definitely more intense. As you watch each one of them, that becomes the best one.
Yeah.
I know.
Whatever the most recent drama we've watched is always our favorite.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
our fan.
Absolutely. I'm sure that they pull in a huge audience.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine they do.
Worldwide
Yeah.
audiences.
And I discovered Korean dramas all by myself.
You did.
Remember?
I do remember that. I didn't even introduce them to you.
No, you did
I just
not.
found out one day that you've been watching Korean dramas.
Chad, did you know Grandma's been watching Korean dramas
I was
on
pretty
her
shocked.
computer?
I was shocked. That was one of the real great things about this drama is that from the very beginning, you're hooked, right?
Yes.
You
Oh,
want to
yeah.
know what happens to Kim Yoon Jung. You want to know and at the same time, there's messages coming from the past. So there's all these things right in the beginning to hook you.
A lot.
And I thought that was cool. All right, well, I think that is probably all we have time to talk about. I know that we could spend the better part of the night
Yeah, I
and
hate
tomorrow
wrapping
talking
it up because
I know.
we always could go on and on.
We always struggle with that with movie reviews and drama reviews, is that there's so much to cover.
Right. Talking about it.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot more things that we'd love to say.
Other than let's stop filming and start watching
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, start watching again, or maybe move on
That's
to the next
what I
drama.
will do.
I know. It's hard. Like, I really wish there was a season 2 with this one, because
Yeah.
I'm just so curious.
Me too.
Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, we really appreciate it. If you're interested in drama reviews with my grandma and my mom, please subscribe, and you can see more and more of them.
Yes.
Thanks again. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.